record on this? Okay, so hello, welcome to Spiritual Convos. My name is Jessica, and I am here with, is it Lisett? How
Hi,
do you pronounce it?
it's Lisett.
Oh, Lisett. Oh, I love that. Lisett. Oh, I'm here with Lisett, and today we're going to talk all things spirituality and astrology. I'm kind of going to be interviewing her, and so she can share her experience on spirituality and astrology. We're going to look at her big three today, which I don't know because I didn't even open your chart yet. Once again, I'm always busy, okay? But I didn't
No,
get
I
to like put
understand.
it in before, which is exciting because now I can kind of be like, as you're talking, I can think about your big three and see if I can guess. Um, and then we're gonna end it off on questions. If you have anything you want to ask me, we'll like do back and forth, back and forth. So yeah.
Okay.
So the first question is I have the questions on my phone, so if you guys see me looking at my phone, that's why. So I guess you can kind of reintroduce yourself. Just quickly, what's your name, where you're from, and where you located now? Generally, obviously,
Okay.
not tell your address.
Of course. So hi, my name is Lisette. I am Colombian born. I grew up in DC and I currently still live in DC.
And how long have you been in DC?
Since I was two, so over a
Oh,
little over 20 years.
oh wow, for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Do you like it there? I've never been.
I mean, I'm used to it right now.
Uh,
It's not bad. It has its moments, but then
uh,
again, every city does.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Do you ever plan on moving, or are you pretty comfortable?
I don't really mind moving. I like traveling. I do
Mhm.
like being in different areas and spaces.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. So moving into more of your spiritual awakening, your spiritual journey. I kind of want to start off by knowing like your story. How did you start and what connected you to spirituality? And I'm realizing that I mean, obviously spirituality is a thing. Everybody is spiritual. Everyone's born spiritually
Yeah.
connected. It's just more so when did you start to become open to it and actually, using it, if that makes sense.
No, that's a good question. I feel like I've dealt with it in many different ways throughout my life, but I've never actually known what it was until, let's say, maybe 3 to 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really get comfortable with it until maybe last year. Uh, Yeah, it was something that I had to get used to on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of had to reprogram my mind and like things that I was used to and like sort of just be okay with the idea of it. And now I'm like actually in it and I'm learning new things about myself and about like things around me and like what things mean. And I feel like it's it's really eye-opening and I really like it because I'm learning more about myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So then what connected you to it? Because everyone has a story, like for me personally, I have always been an anxious person,
Mhm.
always worrying. And the first thing that was spiritually based, I guess, I heard about yoga being something that was good. Now at the time, I didn't know that was a spiritual practice. I just liked it and I knew it helped. And then I also heard about meditation and then I started doing that. But at the same time, I didn't know that those two were spiritual practices. I just liked them, and even Epsom salt. I mean, not Epsom salt, essential oils.
Mhm.
Now, that was like the beginning part, but then when I started working at a metaphysical store a couple years ago, that's when I had my whole like awakening per se. That's how, because I met practitioners and I learned and blah blah blah. So that's an example for me.
All right, so I guess for me, I don't know. I feel like I've dealt with a lot of emotional like pain throughout my years, and I never really knew how to express it or deal with it in the correct sense or correct way. But I don't know, I think like going back into the things I used to like doing when I was a kid helped. And then as I got into it, I was like, oh, I didn't know that things like reading, writing, and like dancing or doing like right like doing stuff like that is actually like very spiritual and
Yes.
it's very introspective. So I found out that I'm someone who's very introspective. I like to figure things out about myself and then go outwardly and learn more about it if there is something about it. So I do a lot of like reading, dancing, writing, or just doing things with my hands that's very creative.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get out of my head and to kind of see things from like a different perspective. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. I love that. Me too. I'm a big artsy, love dance. And that is a good point. Like you said, that is people overlook that, but spirituality is just connecting to your body, you know? So being in
Yeah.
alignment with your body and your intuition and your gifts and everything. So yeah, those are simple things, but that is you spiritually connecting to yourself. Um, the next question is how did you learn more about I guess spirituality per se? Were you and that's more so yeah, I guess I'll start off with that and clarify if you need me to. But was it self-taught or did you read more about it? How did you learn?
I feel like I learned more through experience.
Mm-hmm.
So it was mainly like going through things first and then seeing in other people and like watching how they react to certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Let me see if I give an example. I think when I was like in high school, I did a lot of theater, like musical theater. And by doing that, I kind of had to open myself up in a different way that I wasn't really used to. I was very much reserved and like I didn't really like speaking that much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I kind of had to come out of myself to do that, but I didn't necessarily know how to. And so I kind of watched other people in the company and like how they, I guess, maneuvered. And like they also like taught me different ways, like older people and then people who are like around the same age as me, who, did similar things, but just taught me a different way of doing it that I was used to.
Mm-hmm.
So, hmm, yeah, no, I learned a lot by reading. I have a book that's like right next to me.
What is it?
So yeah, it's this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think I got it a couple months ago, but I still haven't finished it because it's a small book, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot in it.
Mm-hmm.
That and like another book called The Beauty in Breaking by Michelle Harper.
Mm,
Um, those books kind of helped me allow to like be more comfortable with my emotional side and be
mm,
more emotional um about certain things.
mhm,
So reading did help a lot, but also kind of just like finding people who matched whatever energy I wanted in my life.
mhm,
Um, but again, like to do that, I had to recognize what I even wanted. And by doing that, I kind of went into different like spaces, environments, and I learned, okay, maybe I like this, maybe I don't like this.
mhm.
And kind of just push myself into the thing that made me feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, I love that answer. Thank you. Even though that's your truth, but um yeah, for you it sounds like experiences was the biggest
Yeah.
teacher for you. And I align to that, but I do feel like I'm very introverted, so I feel like that's what I want more of, having more experiences. And I think I was just
Mhm.
forced into getting those experiences because I was in
Yeah.
within my work space, but definitely outside of work, no. So I love that, and that makes a lot of sense. What is your biggest advice or lesson learned on your spiritual journey? No, it's a loaded question,
Um,
but whatever comes up to
it
you first.
it is. Let me see. I can't like necessarily remember certain things that people have said to me, but like it was like one thing that I've learned from other people is like how to read their energy or like read how they make me feel. Because I feel like I I'm more in tune with emotions and I try to figure out if other people's emotions, like I try not to read too much into it because then it gets me in my head and then I overthink. But
Mm-hmm.
um
Relatable.
pretty much like yeah, no, like pretty much how do people make me feel? And I think like I do a lot of writing, so let me see. One thing that like something that I wrote is like the risk of love is lost. I can't remember if that is like an actual quote or something that I just wrote out of nowhere. But pretty much it's like what I do with um a sort of love that's lost after or like in the process, and I don't let it determine who I'll be later while I'm going through the grieving process of losing something or someone. So I try to like celebrate. I like try to give thanks for like the experience. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate what I went through, and like if I have to curse someone, I give myself space to do that because anger is a form of release, and it's a good thing if you use it the right way.
Yeah, healthy
But
release of
then,
anger, yes.
yeah, it's healthy, healthy,
Uh-huh.
healthy. Yes.
Yeah.
And then like I also listen to a lot of music, and there's a line from Jasmine Sullivan's "Let It Burn" song where
Mm-hmm.
she said, "There's no running when it's your turn. Call me crazy, but I think I found the love of my life." And I could like tie into anything because you could also like find the love of your life in yourself and not like in other people.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to do self and then how can I give that to other people without exerting too much energy outside of myself and like pretty much just feeling tired at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, definitely depleted, as empaths,
Yeah.
because it seems like you are empathic for sure.
Yeah, yeah, that's the word I was trying to find, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. That's good. So good. So good. Yeah, yeah. Um, okay, so the next one, and I'm not commenting, and once again, when we get to if you want to know more about me, then you can,
Mhm.
but I'm trying to kind of, because I can talk a lot, so that's why I'm trying to be
No,
brief
I
in
understand.
my responses. um, what's something you want to improve or learn more about on your personal journey? Or what's something that you don't do often or experience that you want to try?
Um, I think like talking to more people about certain things. I think I already said this multiple times, but like I'm too much in my head about a lot of things and kind of causing me to not talk to anyone about things that I would want to like I don't know like how my day was. It's kind of hard for me to express like how my day was because it's like pretty generic. Like it's been good, but how can I expand it more to see how I actually like really feel about it. So I guess like communicating that to other people and learning how to communicate it to myself. And I'm getting more used to leaving outside my house and actually doing stuff that I want to do. So I'm like slowly getting better at it, but yeah.
Okay, okay. And what would you say is your spiritual gift or talent? For
Kind of hard. I don't.
Okay, go ahead.
Go, oh no, you could go ahead if you're
No,
gonna
I
give
was gonna
clarity.
say if you needed me to clarify, let me know. But if you know, then
Okay. It's kind of hard for me to pinpoint because um
you can do multiple
usually
if you feel.
okay.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like I am connected a lot to who I am, at least for like right now, because the human mind changes and the human body changes, so it kind of have to change with it. Um, I feel like I don't know. I like a lot of animals, and I feel like they help me too. just being around animals and being around felines, dogs, cats, birds. I don't know. I just like listening to either them just speaking to one another or just being around them in general.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Let me see. And I guess like empathic, like being
Mm-hmm.
empathic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 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 Being able to pick up on people's feelings.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So then you would say that maybe that you're spiritually connected to animals?
Yeah, I feel like I've been seeing that a lot more, at least in like the past year, because I've been
Mm-hmm.
working on patience, and so with the patience, I kind of have to have patience to even connect with animals and like understand like what or who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had at my job, a psychic fair, and there was an animal intuitive there. And she was like, she
Really.
was new. Yeah. And I was like, everyone was so interested to find out more. They were like, can we bring our pets in? And for her, I mean, for a general, anything intuitive, I mean, it's energy. So you don't really need to have
Hmm.
the pets there. But she was like, just a picture or something. But I just thought it was so, so cool. So would that be something that you think that you
Definitely look into it.
you're like,
Um,
ah, but yeah.
like I
Anyway,
wouldn't mind it, but yeah,
yeah.
I wouldn't mind it, but I haven't really looked into it too much.
Yes. But yeah, just having that connection to animals for sure.
Hmm.
If you this is more of a personal question because I have a well, I'll just ask you anyways. Oh, actually, no. Never mind. Sorry. I'm skipping over things. Do you have any spiritual slash astrology friends?
Uh, yeah, I've actually been finding a lot more people who are more spiritual and like astrological
Yeah.
within the past year since I've been in DC.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I've been finding a lot more people because I was in Massachusetts for about like 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
so I was kind of like getting accustomed to the energy there.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like since being back in DC, I feel like I've found a lot more people who are, I say, more in tune. Um, I think that's because I've just been going outside of my comfort zone and just going to other places and environments where
Mm-hmm.
there are actually people. Mainly a lot of art spaces and like creative spaces where the
Mm-hmm.
energy is just everywhere and flowing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna ask that for someone who is looking to get out more, where would you say you found these more in tune people or friends?
Yeah, I'd say one from like a past work site. Um, like just having conversations, not necessarily in work, but like also outside, connecting with like other people and see how I can connect with other people in like different ways and like how they can like connect with me in like a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think like going to like creative spaces, like sometimes I just go to the park just to go to the park, but
Mm-hmm.
I can't stay for too long because I don't really, it's like insects. I don't, it's the mosquitoes. Um,
Mm-hmm.
um, going to like actually finding, I go to Eventbrite and find events
Oh, I love that.
for
Okay.
creatives. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Um, yeah, going to like specific artist based locations. There's one called Eaton in
Mhm.
DC that I go to sometimes. And then there's like other places throughout the city. I can't really pinpoint, but it's like DC is pretty small, so you could get anywhere within like an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh, that those are really good. I mean, even the Eventbrite. So have you made a friend through the park? Have you just
Not
like
necessarily.
okay. Okay, I was like, wow, you're bold. You're just like, hey,
No,
you look
yeah,
cool.
no. Park people are cool, but I wouldn't necessarily go up to them myself. I usually go with like a friend that I know, or I just go to just observe the scenery if I ever even want to come back.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, those are good. Those are really good. And then this is the more personal question because I'm
Okay.
starting to, well, not super personal, but I just kind of want to get your opinion on it because I'm starting a women's group or women's circle. I'm gonna host those more and take it seriously in July. So I was looking to see if you were to join a women's circle, what would you want it to include? Do you know about women's circles?
I don't know I don't think I know anything about women's circles.
Okay, that's fine. So it's more so you know about the new moon and the full moon.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's pretty much when women come together and especially on new moons and full moons and they will meditate and they will connect on the current energy. They'll talk about what they want to let go and just that kind of thing. So if you had or like even a spiritual community, like what would draw you into like going to one, or what would you even as far as having a group of your friends, like what is something that you would want that will draw you into that experience, if that makes sense?
Yeah, it does. The first thing that popped in my mind when you said that was like good music and something arts and craftsy, like painting or like
Oh,
collaging. Yeah.
oh, I like that. I like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Those both are really good. And that's true. Um, okay, so now we're gonna move into the astrology. So it's literally just one question for astrology. I guess what's your basic knowledge, would you say, of astrology? Are you a beginner, intermediate, or advanced?
I've been going in and out of astrology. So I'd say I'm still pretty much in the beginner stage. I know um I was studying my chart for a while, but then like I kind of stopped because I just was a lot. But I think like I was trying to learn my chart first so I could understand how to read other people's chart.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some basic things that I do know. Like of course I know like the big three.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know stuff about my Venus, and I can't remember which one it is exactly, but North Node
Oh,
in
okay,
12th
okay.
house.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. That so you just gave me a clue. You said 12th house, so that means you have some things in there.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up your chart, but before I pull up your chart, I'm gonna try to guess. You are not probably the easiest person to guess because you're giving friendly, first of all, and beauty. Okay, you given those two things, but you definitely give a little bit more reserved, and this is not a bad thing. I'm just like
No, no, yeah.
okay, okay. Um, and more, I won't say mysterious, but sure, maybe reserved mysterious. So that already tells me perhaps you may have Scorpio in your chart. Perhaps, yes. Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay. Big three.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say either Scorpio rising or Scorpio sun.
It's
No.
moon.
Oh, it's the moon.
Yeah,
Okay.
Scorpio
See, I
moon.
was gonna say
Yeah.
the moon, but sometimes it's hard to see someone's moon. I mean, so, but that makes sense as far as you, cause yeah, what you were saying as far as you trusting your feelings or trying to connect to your feelings or just that kind of thing, understand your feelings.
hmm
And you were talking about feelings a lot in art, and you like to travel. So,
Yeah.
uh, let's see. I definitely don't, and I may be wrong, but I don't sense any fire for your first two. Am I
Mhm.
no fire? Okay, yep, that makes sense.
No fire.
Hmm. You're giving water.
Okay.
Okay.
There is two water signs in my big three.
Okay, okay, okay. I knew.
Yeah.
Okay, water, earth. Okay, okay. So you like art. So I'm gonna say
Mhm.
Pisces.
Yeah,
Okay, but then are you Pisces rising or Pisces sun? No, I'm gonna
Pisces,
say.
right?
Okay, you're
Okay.
Pisces rising too?
Yeah.
Oh what? Hey, twin. I was just kidding. Do you know I'm a Pisces
Oh,
rising?
really?
Oh no,
I
you don't
did
know.
not. That's
Oh
so
shoot, I
cool.
gave you mine. You're supposed to guess. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, that's nice. I feel like it's rare. Do you know any other Pisces rising? You do?
I don't. No, I
Oh.
don't.
Oh, you're saying yes, it's rare.
Yeah, it is rare because I don't think I've ever found it, met anyone who has a Pisces rising.
Ah. Wow, that's so interesting. Okay, so then your sun is Earth. Hmm. Darn, that's tough. Let me think about what you were saying. Uh, you say you're in school?
No, I graduated last year.
Oh, you graduated. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, good job. I
Thank
know
you. It was a long, it's a long ride.
yeah. Was it easy for you?
No, I went into graphic design, so it was pretty long lab hours, which I wasn't really used to. But I think like after I was actually like honing in to it and actually teaching myself back what I learned,
Mhm.
and I was like, okay, I'm actually good at this. I just I was just so stressed out in school because there are like other things happening.
Oh, okay. I got it. Capricorn.
Yeah.
Okay. That gave me what I needed to know. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, okay. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, cool. Well, I will pull up your chart and we'll kind of dive into your don't ask me why I have this guys as a thing. I wasn't creepy on him, okay? I was using him as an example chart because I didn't want to show any other charts. But anyways, uh let's see. Listen. Oop, oop, I'm just when's your birthday?
January 17th,
Okay, that's creepy. Do you
2001.
see that?
Yeah, I see it.
That is so crazy. Okay. 2004.
Oh,
Um,
one,
oh, oh one. Okay, 2001. Time
10 a.m.
10. Like on a dot?
I, I don't know. My mom just said 10 a.m. I haven't actually looked. Birth certificate is kind of hard to find right now, so I'm just gonna trust her word on it.
Okay, okay. Let's hope because anytime it could change any
Yeah.
okay. But if you feel aligned to that then that works. Oh, your place again? Sorry.
Colombia, Bogota.
Columbia. Did I spell Columbia right? Is it a U or O?
Oh,
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm very artsy. Okay. No, no. I have some earth stuff in my, but yeah, I suck at spelling. And then you're definitely gonna have to spell that last the last name.
uh, Bogota.
Okay. B-O-G. Uh-oh, why is it saying it's not? Why are you not
Uh,
wanting to
it
pull
could
this?
be. You could flip it because sometimes when I do it, I have to flip because I have to flip Bogota and Colombia because sometimes it like won't generate because
Oh,
I think it's the city first and then the country.
oh shoot, duh. I mean, yeah, I knew that. Not duh you, duh me. But I'm like, oh yeah, I knew that. Oh my gosh. Just being slow, having a slow moment. Okay. What is it saying? Create oh, okay, there we go. Okay. So does this look like your chart?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. All right. So how did I do this last time? I'm trying to see. Would you prefer to do you want me to just tell you what I see and then you confirm, or do you want to share a little bit about your personal experiences and then I add to it as far as your big three?
Um, no, I think you're good to go say stuff
You're like,
on
tell
it.
me what you know. Okay, no. Okay,
Oh,
okay.
oh,
No, I'm saying you're telling me that, but no, I'll do that. That makes more sense. Anyways. Okay,
okay.
so you're Pisces rising. So Pisces
Hmm.
risings, I mean, I look at the rising sign as like your driver in life. It's what keeps you on your path. If I always like to say, like, if all of these all of your placements and planets were in a car, who would be driving it? Your rising sign. It keeps you on that path.
Okay.
It's also what people see. So when people see you and I, we definitely seem like the dreamy heads in the clouds Pisces. Okay. And then yeah, as they talk to us, then they'll see the sun sign, and then people don't really see the moon sign unless it's like in your first house, or that's like the people that's how you are when you're at home. Just relax, that kind of
Yeah.
what else was I gonna say? Oh, and then also your rising sign is like the lens that you view. Imagine you're putting on a pair of glasses. Like we see the world through like colorful rose colored glasses,
I
Um
definitely do.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's Pisces. Pisces, well, the ruler, do you know about the rulers of every planet?
I haven't. I learned about them, but then I completely forgot, and then I
Okay.
remembered, then I forgot. So
Yeah,
not
no
really.
problem. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so the ruler of Pisces is Jupiter, and Jupiter is
Okay.
all about expansion and abundance. And for Pisces is more like Pisces wants to explore the unknown,
Hmm.
more of a, yeah, like spirituality or that creative or that dream world, explore dreams, but it's also internal exploration. Like you want to explore like your soul and that kind of thing. Also, yes, very artsy, very creative, very music is very important. Can definitely sometimes be escapist of reality,
Yeah.
want to live very much of that, which could also make us seem like, I don't know, like we look like we're lost. Not really, but it's like, are you there? Kind of, because your mind is just uh you're half in real life, half in dream world, or
Yes.
creative world.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So that kind of energy. And then since I said that the ruler of Jupiter, since I said Jupiter rules Pisces, we kind of look at, okay, where are you going to be directing that Pisces rising energy? And to know that, we look at where's Jupiter in your chart, and that is in your third house. So your third house represents communication, daily life, siblings, short distance travel, neighbors. So perhaps, and you can tell me, do you feel like you use that Piscean risings a lot through like the way you communicate or even writing or your day-to-day lives, day-to-day rituals, day-to-day things?
Yeah. It's like it's a really it's a interesting thing to balance. I would say. Yeah.
Tell me more about that. What do you mean?
I don't know. It's like sometimes I'm like in it. Um, and then other times I'm like, oh, completely in like a dream state, and I'd rather not face some parts of reality. Um,
Mm,
yeah.
okay, so you feel like, oh, sorry. Oh, wait, hold on. What did I just do? Okay, hold
I think it
on.
shifted. I don't think
Yeah,
it changed. I think it just shifted.
yeah, it shifted because I just put it on whole sign because it wasn't at whole sign. And I use whole signs, but I didn't think it was gonna change
Oh,
that
okay.
much. So this looks like you're a different chart than what you're used to.
Well, let me see. I look at like the triangle first to see if the points are still pointing at the same way.
Uh-huh.
The points look similar
Okay.
to what I remember. Yeah.
Okay, let me just double check because I literally just saw that it wasn't on there. And I was like, oh, it needs to be on whole sign. But okay, I just want to make sure because can you see your chart of what you're looking at? Because do you know if your Pisces, I mean, sorry, of your if your Venus is in the first house or 12th house?
My Venus, my Venus is in Pisces.
Yes, it's in Pisces. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you know which house it's in?
I do not know. Sadly. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me think. Um, yeah, I think I put down in my notes it's in my 12th house.
Um, okay, you probably are using Placidus. What app are you using?
I use like many different websites.
Okay.
I used Cafe Astrology one time, and then I used another one which I can't really remember, but that
Okay.
could also not be correct.
Okay, no worries, no worries. Let me okay, because hmm I'm gonna use this, but let me also track. Let me add it to the one that I have on here really quick just to confirm because that
Okay.
threw me off a little bit. And once again, I was playing around with this system. So I just want to
Hmm.
make sure that it's accurate. I'm giving you accurate 17 2001 10 a.m. Photo, okay, Bodoga, Colombia. Okay, let's see what it says. I think this is right, actually. Okay, so yeah, this is right. As far as okay, so whole sign is a more traditional astrology.
Okay.
Placidus is more modern. So I like to combine the two, but I usually use whole sign often, and a lot of astrologers do
Mhm.
too. So we'll see though if you align to what I'm saying, and if it makes sense, then cool. If it's not, that. But it's usually yeah, it's always made sense. But once again, okay, we'll go. Okay, so actually, let me change my mind. So this did change it a little bit. So I'm curious to see if the last thing aligned to you more than this one. So it actually says that you use a lot of that Piscean energy, as far as like where you're supposed to focus that energy, that creativity, that art. It says it shows through your fourth house, which is your home and family. So do you feel like you're more you can expand in your dream realm and your creativity and all that stuff more at home?
Yeah, that's usually where I do most of my work, like in my bed. Because
Oh,
it's
in
like
your bed.
where,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because like I use my room as like a way to just, it's a space for myself, so I make it completely like what I want in
Mm.
it. So like and like I try not to have like that energy messed up in there because it's like one of the spaces I have for myself.
Yes, yes. Okay, okay, okay. So so you probably have it all decorated or, kind of aligned to
It's decorated to an extent. I just overthink too much about decorations, but yes.
okay, okay. But it's your space. It's your art space. You feel good. It's your
Yeah.
sanctuary. Okay, cool. And it's where you
Hmm.
get your creative energy and your tunes, your vibes, all that stuff. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So it does show that like your that Pisces energy is expanded through home. It also has to do with family too. So I don't know if you align to that or if maybe it's more of a in the future thing, because you're still young, and a lot of things you'll see in the chart, if you're young, some things won't apply and you'll start to see it as you grow older. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so the next thing is your sun. So your sun sign is a Capricorn. And Capricorn energy is very ambitious, very goal oriented, very good at managing things, but also probably is also very responsible. Now, sometimes a lot of Capricorns have to be responsible because they had a childhood where they grew up faster than they probably should have. This doesn't apply to all, but you definitely are more responsible and mature for your age because at some point, like, you've had to be. Also very work oriented. I see Capricorns as managing a business or starting their own business. And needs structure, needs to be prepared, needs to plan things. That kind of thing is important, and definitely wants to excel at things in life, you know, like wants to be the best per se, or like the most or knowledgeable about something. So how does that align to you?
Yeah, that's pretty much on the dot. I actually didn't get to the point where I'm like uh I guess disciplining myself until like probably like earlier this year. So I
Mm,
am like delving more into that aspect.
mm.
I have a question. Would the circumstances of my birth be like taken into account into my chart?
What do you mean? Like your actual birth?
Yeah, okay, I should probably elaborate. So I was actually supposed to be born in March,
Okay.
but I was born in January.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay.
yeah,
Oh, no. Mm-mm. Whatever you were born into is what you're meant
yeah,
to be born into, you know, or whatever time.
that's
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, so also your sun is in the 11th house, which has to do with,
Hmm.
this is the area in your life that you shine the best at. You go here to recharge into your actual sun. So if you're lacking this, if you're not doing this, you're probably not going to feel like your true self. That's even when it comes to the qualities of Capricorn. If you're not planning, if you're not a little bit more structured, and through time, also, the older you get, the more you grow into your energy. And you'll realize, like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, this works best for me because I don't feel good, or I feel scattered, or whatever. Um, but 11th house has to do with community, friends, as kind of we were talking about. So it makes a lot of sense as far as you were saying about you value experiences and getting out there. And that's actually charging your sun up. And when you're charging your sun up, you feel more alive, you feel more vital because that's your
Mhm.
sun. When you don't have any community or friendships or connections, you probably feel not like, not, I'm gonna say like dead inside, but you don't feel charged. You don't feel, like your best self. Also, it helps with your confidence and your creative energy as well. So how does that feel for you?
Yeah, I feel like once when I actually started prioritizing, I said like, myself and my friendships and the co community around me, I definitely found a shift in my energy and like how I perceive certain things. So I'm like, yeah, I saw that as soon as I like was more into it.
Definitely. Um, Okay, so before I go into your moon sign, is there anything you want to add? Like, okay, so let's talk as far as your Capricorn energy. Do you feel
Okay.
aligned to your Capricorn energy?
I definitely do. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's say, how do I ask you? How would you describe your personality?
Hmm.
Or yeah, I would say yeah. What are like a few things you would say to describe yourself, if that's not too broad?
Okay. Um, I would say observant,
Mm.
um, creative, but I'm like more, it's like Creative and analytical, like they compete with each other a lot. Um, I don't know. I guess I say I'm funny when I want to be. It's
Mm,
definitely not like every day, but
hmm
I guess to like combat the Capricorn energy, like how driven I am, I try to like throw in stuff that's like funny for myself so I could like stay sane sometimes.
mm,
Um, yeah, I'd say that's pretty much like basis for right now. There could be
hmm
more, but I'm not really thinking too much about
No,
it right
that's
now.
good. No, that's good for sure. Also, Capricorns are funny, but in their own way. It's like you have
Yeah.
to understand their humor. But you also have a lot of Sag energy in you. You have Sag Capricorn and Sag Pluto, which,
Hmm.
well, those are more of the intense placements, like as far as, but that's, but Capricorn energy, yes, well, I would say is funny because I know Capricorns who are funny, but you have to get it. Okay, so then we're gonna move to your moon sign. So your moon is Scorpio. And
Yep.
yeah, definitely that shows that you are protective of your feelings, or more like what do you call it? Not guarded, but and I don't even want to say secretive, but you deal with your emotions internally away from
Yeah.
others. Um you're more yeah, maybe protective, and you feel a lot, and because of that depth to your feelings, you may be protective of it because you don't want it to be too much for others. um so yeah, so therefore you may seem like you're not connecting as much as you may even want to, perhaps
Hmm.
because of that. Like, it's a lot of Scorpio placements is on the back end. There's fear of
Hmm.
rejection, there's fear of opening yourself up to someone and then
Yep.
exposing all of that, because Scorpio energy has a lot of depth and and they feel so passionately.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're fearful of some people opening that closet where it's like there's light there, but there's a lot of dark. And Scorpio doesn't mind that because it is like transformation, death and rebirth, that kind of thing. And that may not be a lot to you, or maybe it's normal to people with Scorpio energy because they're always going through it. But to some people, maybe,
Hmm.
oh my, oh wow, that's deep. It may be too
Yeah.
much for people. So yeah, you being guarded, a lot of people, Scorpio energy guards that because they don't want to open themselves up, which is the scariest thing, and then get rejected, or
Hmm.
someone used them or something like that. So yeah, I'll stop there. So it sounds like that aligns to you.
It definitely does. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So also, the moon represents our emotional needs and our physical needs. So for you, that kind of shows me, I mean, yours is in the ninth house, and ninth house has to do with learning and education, and also new
Hmm.
experiences, travel as well. And it doesn't have to be like flying travel. It could, but it could just be like doing something new, getting out of your area, your typical area, and going somewhere new, new experiences, meeting new people, that kind of thing. So does that
Yeah.
align? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what was I gonna say? So yeah, I mean, what am I gonna say? Tell me more about your moon. Tell me more about your emotions. But did you have any? I guess, is that a general? That's a good. I'm trying to think. I feel like that's a good base. Also, yeah, Scorpio's ruled by Mars, but it's a water sign, so that's meaning
Hmm.
that it's passionate, but more emotional passionate, rather than a fire sign like me. I have an Aries moon, which is ruled by Mars.
Okay.
So when I experience emotions, they're outward. When Scorpio experiences emotions, aka passions, it's inward, it's internal. And it's more emotional rather than, hey, out there. So yeah, that's another thing. So yeah, I think that's good. Was there any other, or was there any questions, or you wanted me to dive deeper into anything?
Um, I guess you could dive into stuff. I don't know. I've been learning more about like the North Node in 12th house. It's like I don't know. I don't think I understand it as much as I should.
Oh, the North Node and 12th house?
Yeah.
Okay. So the North Node is, I'm more spiritual, so I like to say the North Node is your soul's purpose in this lifetime, but it also traditionally is like where you're looking to gain more of. Like it's where the energy,
Hmm.
your energy source, and you're wanting to excel more in that area. The South Node is what you're going to be most comfortable at. A lot of people spiritually like to say it's your past life. You've done it before, you're more comfortable with it. So you're probably more comfortable with retreating to that when really you should be balancing it more with that 11th house. So you're going to want to balance both, but you may lean more into that south node, which you shouldn't always,
Hmm.
because you need that balance. And for you, um it's like your 11th house and your 5th house. 11th house is friends and community, like I said, and dreams as well. Your 5th house has to do with creativity, creative expression, oh, it's more of like your inner child, your area of play. So for you, I don't know if you're used to probably focusing more on or nurturing what your creativity perhaps alone, and now
Yeah.
and yeah, and you getting out of that and being more of like, okay, community based or friends, and let's do, how should we do this together, that kind of thing, or helping people. Also, Capricorn energy is good at managing things, but also other people as well. And when I see
Hmm.
that in the 11th house, because I have 11th house uh Capricorn, because we're both Pisces rising, so we have the same house structures. But one thing for me I know is I'm good at managing a community, a group, which is why I
Hmm.
like the idea of doing a women's circle and stuff like that, because I feel like I'm good at leading. And that's the thing, leading and guiding and giving practical advice on certain things. So perhaps you and your friend groups, people may look to you, or when you do make whatever, to for advice or more practical things, guidance, perhaps.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
definitely something I'm like getting used to, but
Mm.
I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
Not completely there, but
Mm-hmm.
I am acknowledging certain things that I could get better at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as long as you're like, that's really good that you're getting out there more, and that's important. But then sometimes you may feel like, oh, I'm doing a lot up here in that 11th house. Okay, I need to recharge and replenish back into that 5th house.
Yeah.
And also it's like, oh, I'm having, and maybe once again, I don't know if you have, I mean, you do say you have friends, but I don't know if it's to the level of that your friends are going to you for advice a lot of da 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 da, or
Hmm.
maybe you're wanting to do more of what your friends are doing and it's like fun, but then it's like, okay, I actually want to go back to what I'm doing, or nurture my own creative passions and not kind of do what just the group wants to do, kind of thing. So just doing, balancing all of that. So
Yeah.
that's what the north and south node is. And then your 12th house has to do with, it's literally Pisces energy. Every house is ruled by a different sign, and the 12th house rules Pisces. Now, 12th house is also the most hidden house, so no one uh sees it. It's like your cave. Think of 12th house being a cave of just the thing, everything that you can't touch, like the imaginative world. You can't touch it, but it's a feeling.
Hmm.
So a lot of things, once again, that are untangible, like fears, like shadow work, our shadows, spirituality, that kind of thing, loss. It's a feeling, but we
Yeah.
can't, that kind of thing is in the 12th house.
Hmm.
So yeah, does that answer that?
it definitely does. It makes a lot more sense now.
And that's why even Pisces energy is hard to describe. I feel like because it's like a feeling, you know, like it's not, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like, even for me, sometimes it's hard to describe certain things. So I'm like, well, I can paint it for you. Or, you know, like seeing it in the physical, like creating it, you know, will make you feel.
Yeah.
Even music, it's like, it's a feeling that you get. How do you describe that feeling when you're listening to music, you know?
Yeah. No, I completely understand that because I sometimes when it's hard to pinpoint certain things, I go straight into like either writing or if I
Mm-hmm.
can't write anything, I design or create something. But if I can't like put into like I guess I can't visualize certain things, then I go to listen to music and try to find songs that resonate. Or I don't know, it's different things, but yeah.
Yeah, that's so true for me. That's true for me too. Like I definitely need music to help drive my creative energy, which also I have a Pisces Venus. So I think that's also with Venus and like beauty, like even like music helps with me even figuring out like who I want to be that day, who I want to dress like
Mhm.
or that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah, it influences a lot. But another problem with Pisces Venus is that I've heard, and I don't know if you experienced this, but when you have partners, I often, even probably with friends, but I don't probably don't do this more so, but with partners I've had in the past, I would dress like who they like or how they are. You know what I mean? Like if they were more into sportsy, I would become that. Because I feel like Pisces energy can also
Yeah.
become or merge into whatever energy that they're in. But sometimes it can make you feel lost of like, oh, who am I kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that is that. And also, um, yeah, that's that. What was I gonna say? I don't even know. So yeah, just to close it out, I wanted to see if you had any other questions. Or are you good? Just in general.
I yeah, I only have like a couple like I guess something I guess what's something about astrology that you think others like overlook sometimes?
Hmm. Transits. Do you know about
Yeah.
transits?
I've heard about transits a lot, but I've never actually dove into it. I want
Mm-hmm.
to take that note.
Transits are the key. It's the heart, it's the pulse of astrology. Um, because your birth chart is just a snapshot of you.
Yeah.
It's important to understand your energy, but it's also very, very more important if you want to use astrology in the best way. Astrology, because oh, I don't know if you know this, but okay, well, generally, yes, your birth chart is a snapshot of the planets the moment that you were born. So whatever the planets, the angles, whatever the signs were, what was in each planet, that emits a certain energy, and that's why you are who you are. But they keep moving. So as they're moving, they affect us, our charts, you know? And
Yeah.
when they change in a different sign, if it's compatible with our sign, then we're probably going to be feeling good or things are going to be aligning well for us. And when it's not compatible, then it will be the challenging parts of our lives. And I love astrology because it helps you understand why you're going through something. And it realizes that you realize that life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you, it's happening to guide you. um so yeah, if you know about transits, you can always be like, oh, this is happening, okay, this is why I feel like shit. Like or this is why I woke up and I'm just like, I have so much energy or da 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 da, you know? So it just helps
Yeah.
you understand what you're going through. It also helps you to focus on like this is where you should be focusing on in your life. For example, let me go back to your chart and see. So right now, the sun is in Cancer, and that is in your fifth house right now. So fifth house, like I said, it represents like inner child, or sorry, I just cut off the I was looking at your chart, but I didn't share it. But yeah, it has to do with like creative expression. So it's like right now it's a really good time, and maybe you've already had more or realized themes around like you're starting to nurture or think about more what do you want to produce creatively,
Yeah.
how you want to play, what do you want to start as far as that. You say yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oof.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I think like the part where you said like what do I want to create creatively, kind of like went into like what I'm like trying to do right now. Because
Mm-hmm.
like I'm trying to balance, I think you've hit on this when you were talking about the North and South node, like community and then like creativity,
Mm-hmm.
which is the South node, and then you said North node was like community and like friendships and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like currently trying to like balance that right now by creating some sort of like magazine where I'm like designing pieces for it and designing like the pages and spreads, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm also trying to talk to people about certain topics and like actually get input on like what is important and what I should put into it while also making connections. So I'm trying to balance that
Mm-hmm.
out. Yeah, I've been trying to balance that out for the past couple months.
Ah, I love that. First of all, very exciting. And if you need any help or with anything or whatever, I'm here. This is why we got
Oh,
connected,
definitely.
you know.
I'll
Uh
ask anyone who's like willing to like help out, of course.
yes, for sure. And what was I gonna say? Oh, so since the sun is transiting your fifth house, you should focus on your fifth house. Now, I'm not saying
Yeah.
leave your friends or whatever, but definitely take this month because the sun is in a sign for a month. So take this month and up until Leo season to focus on what you're feeling, listening to your heart, because that's Cancer energy is very connected to its feelings. So focus
Yeah.
on that and listen to that and do that because that
Yeah.
means something needs to be created right now. And for me, that I feel the same way. Like I just randomly um got a calling to do something creative myself. Actually go back to my old channel. So I have a other channel. How did you find me, through TikTok?
TikTok, but then I also recognized you because I used to watch a lot of your hair videos when I was
Oh
in high
shoot, so
school.
you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Wait, when did you recognize me?
Um, I saw it on TikTok and I was like, oh, that sounds like a very interesting thing. But then I scrolled past it and I kind of went back in my mind and I was like, go back and actually like do it so you can like get something out of it. I don't know. Like I like talking about like certain things about like spirit, like spiritual things and like astrology, but I've never actually found a space to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. First of all, that Scorpio moon, of course, the Scorpio moon is gonna know where about
Yeah.
that because I'm low key about it. I've started to kind of share it more, but I'm not.
Mhm.
I wanted when I went into it, I didn't want anyone to like know because I don't want people to attach me to that. I really left, and I'm gonna go back, but I needed to leave
Yeah.
because I don't know if I don't know how many videos you know of mine or how much you were watching, but when I started working at the metaphysical store, that's when I had this spiritual awakening. And of course, what am I gonna do
Mhm.
when I get excited about something cool, like a whole another realm that I didn't know about? Share it. But at the time, I didn't
Yeah.
realize that that was controversial. I didn't know that spirituality and astrology was controversial. And so, yeah, there's
Yeah.
lots of comments. I mean, I think now that I think about it, I think I was looking more at the negative comments. because that was a lot of them.
Mm.
And I feel like maybe some people who liked it was maybe a little nervous to comment about it because some people don't, you know, especially a hair channel. I mean, whatever. So, anyways, I'm having this whole like, oh, calling to go back to it. And it's scary
Mm-hmm.
because it's not what I thought I was gonna do. And once again, when I say go back, doesn't mean I'm leaving my this.
Yeah.
But it's realizing that, and this is connects to the Venus and Pisces. I and you are, I don't know if you do you like beauty and fashion, or is that something that you're into?
Yeah. I I do like it a lot. I just, I do like it a lot. I consume a lot of content of beauty and
Okay,
fashion.
okay, so you do
Um,
like
I do
it.
go back and forth with it because I do sewing projects on the side, but I also
Oh,
mainly do it just to practice. Yeah. And
yeah.
like it's like sewing jewelry, like doing other stuff that like requires like accessories or like clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, you made that?
This no, but
Oh, I
I
was
do
like,
I
dang.
make no, I wish I did. I'm not really the best at like doing stuff with wires.
Okay, okay.
Um but like I do a lot of like waist beads, like
Oh.
earrings, necklaces, bracelets and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
right now I'm trying to like work on how can I make a wardrobe out of scraps? So
Mm, I
it's
love
taking a lot
that.
of like energy. Yeah.
Yes. So this is like fifth house talk right now. Creating that
Yeah.
kind of thing. It's very so good. It's so good. So definitely like play and just do whatever that comes to your mind as far as like creating.
Mm.
Um what else was I gonna say? So yeah, so I realized with that Venus in Pisces, it's literally
Mhm.
conjunct my ascendant, which means it's on top of it, which means like a big part of my rising is like beauty related. So I knew that whole, and literally my channel is JessCreationss. Like how literal can you
Yeah.
get? I'm going back to JessCreationss during when my son is, or the transiting sun is currently transiting my house of creativity.
Yeah.
Crazy. um but anyways, I realized that there was something missing because when I left that channel I kind of just pushed back beauty and stuff like that because I was over it. I was like, I don't want to be known for how I look or how I dress. I've done that for so many
Mhm.
years. And I feel like sometimes people can put you in a box and be like, no, you're the hair girl, you do this. Like it's like
Yeah.
if you're a beauty related person, a lot of people don't want to hear what you have to say. I mean, some people do, but a lot more people just want that beauty stuff. And I was like, no,
Mhm.
like truly inside of me, I am a deep person. Okay. I
Yeah.
really want to talk about deep stuff. And I don't care. I mean, I love dressing up and all that stuff, but I really have a lot to share. And I want conversations. And like you said, I want to have a space where you can talk spirituality and astrology. At the time, I didn't know this
Mhm.
was it, but now I do. So I think I just did a whole like, I need to erase that part of me instead of realizing, no, you're not erasing, you're just trying some another part of you out and you can always go back. But anyways, the point is I
Mhm.
realized I actually do still like the beauty and that's the creative part of me. You know, I need that. That's still important for us. I mean, we literally have that Venus in the first house, so that's a part of our identity, you know? So killing
Yeah.
that away would be like something's missing for me. So anyways, the point is, yeah, I'll be going back to that. That's a long rant to that. That was a very long
No,
rant.
it was a good rant. It was a good rant.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, so was that your other question? Did you have another one?
Um, no, I think you kind of answered the other questions I had
Okay.
while you were speaking. So I think, yeah.
Okay, good, good. Well, is there anything that you want to plug? Your socials or
Um,
anything?
sure. I mean, I've already talked about my magazine, so I guess I'll just put what it is.
Yes,
Uh,
please.
yeah. So right now I'm naming it New Magazine, but it's spelled Neu.
Okay.
So New Magazine, and the Instagram would be for that would be New Magazine Official.
New
Um,
NEU official.
mhm.
Okay. Magazine.
And then like I have an art account where I just dump all of my artwork that I just create just because I just need some place to put it instead of just having it take up storage on my iPad and laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
that is like li.lysi. So it's li.lysi.
Okay. li.lysi.
Yes.
Okay, and that's on what, TikTok, Instagram?
It's Instagram. They're both Instagram.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
trying to, yeah, I would want to delve into TikTok, but I motion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 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 Baby steps for sure.
Yeah.
Um, okay, nice. Well, I would definitely look at both. And once again, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm a firm
Of course.
believer if you get connected to people and like just this, you being brave enough to put yourself out there, being the Scorpio moon that you
Hmm.
are. It's
Exactly.
so good and I'm so happy for you. And yeah, Pisces Venus is like wanting to help, literally,
Hmm.
like in the most authentic way. There is no ounce of
Yeah.
BS with me, sometimes too much, and I have to place those
Yeah.
boundaries because I was like, I
That
want
is
to
true.
help everyone, but then it's like, oh, but I'm depleted, so you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
and yeah, of course. And I love talking to Pisces rising, so if you ever want to just like chat it up, feel free to, I'll follow you on Instagram, and yeah, definitely feel free to reach out. And I'm excited
Of
for your
course.
creations.
Thank you. I'm excited for it too. I have a couple of things I have to post, but I just have to get to it.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely like down to like have like more conversations. I have like a lot more stuff that I know and like stuff that I want to know because I like learning too. I don't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily like knowing a lot of things because that ruins a lot of things. But yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you definitely do. I know. Yeah, that's that moon, that Scorpio moon. It's like diving deep into something too. I know Scorpios
hmm,
can really go into a whole rabbit hole until they figure out everything.
yeah,
The obsessive, but not in a bad way. You just kind of really want to know everything. So
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
does take up a lot of time, but it's fun. I don't know. I
It
like researching.
Yeah, but then you're smart because you know a lot like about a topic in depth, so that's good. I think that's good.
Hmm.
And in a controlled
Yeah.
way, in a control, especially, I mean, yeah, because
Yeah,
then they're
it's very controlled.
yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. Well, that's so good, and I'm excited for you, and so happy to meet you and to continue connecting with you, forever. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, like what, we got connected. I love other Pisces energy because I don't get it often. So yeah. So yeah, I'll follow you probably on my JessCreationss account because I'm gonna be going back
Okay.
on there. And my other account, I got really humbled. Like like I'm just excited. I'm excited. I love all of I don't even know. I'm just rambling at this point. Anyways.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Well, nice to meet you. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and we'll be talking again soon.
It was nice meeting you too. You have a good day too.
Thanks.
Hopefully it gets less stressful.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you're going through. Where are you going? Oh, I didn't look at your Saturn. You're not going through your Saturn return, but you have Saturn in the first house. See, there's so much stuff that we didn't talk about. That's okay. We'll,
Yeah.
we'll we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah. I'll do more research and then I'll like ask questions if I have
There
any.
you go. Yes. I sounds
Yeah.
good. Sounds good. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Of course.